There is nothing in the universe that you can't do or be if you are mentally prepared. Conny Mendez. The fundamental truth of your existence lies in understanding that everything you experience in life is a direct reflection of your inner thoughts. Every aspect of your reality, be it events, circumstances, or relationships, is simply an external manifestation of what you have been cultivating in your mind. This understanding gives you great power, as you can exercise conscious control over the thoughts you choose to harbor within yourself. You have the responsibility to choose positive and constructive thoughts, for these will be the seed of a full and satisfying life. You are the active creator of your own reality. By becoming aware of this truth, you can transform your life by changing your thoughts. It is a constant and conscious process that requires discipline and perseverance, but in doing so, you become the master of your experience and begin to manifest the life you really want to live. Most people believe that appearances are immutable realities, so they will not be able to receive the manifestations of their true desires. Jesus said, "Judge not by appearances, but judge righteously, then you have the power to change anything for the better and heal it." Don't get carried away by superficial appearances. Remember that you have the power to go beyond appearances and see the truth behind it, thus allowing divine wisdom to guide your decisions and actions. You can overcome any difficulty that comes your way. You have nothing else to deal with except your own thoughts. Start working on those thoughts and moods one by one, if necessary. From error to truth, insist on the noble and harmonious nature of your being. Insist that God is the only true presence and power. Constantly remind yourself that your own perception determines what you see and that it is your duty to change it. Follow the inner guidance and you will discover that the I Am is the connection to divinity. The I Am within you is the ruler. Claim your power as a child of God. Be persistent. Don't take no for an answer. It's only a matter of time until you get the victory. Release your burden. Cast your cares on the divine, and He will sustain you. He will never allow the righteous to be shaken, as mentioned in Psalm 55:21. You must unburden yourself is one of the great keys to spiritual victory. Becoming unburdened actually involves persisting in harmony, spiritual peace, and putting an end to worry and anxiety. At that point, you will feel free to go about your business in a calm state of mind. Then, in due course, you will solve your problems, and that will happen by itself. In the face of any adverse situation, say, "I will leave this burden to my higher self and be free." You know that evil is a temporary experience, and that fear is only a passing flash. You also know that health, happiness, and joy are eternal realities and belong entirely to you at this very moment. You understand that this fact is God's cosmic law, immutable no matter what appears to have happened. Perfection and harmony are undeniable facts, and holding on to this truth means that you will experience their manifestation. It will only be a matter of time. You are faced with problems, whether old or new. You can positively affirm that they will resolve themselves with trust and faith in God. You don't know how, but the solution will come through you or not. But they will always resolve themselves with the faith that they will. Deposit your problem in the divine and do not worry about the problem anymore. When you have the conviction that something will be solved, you let go of the burden that has been accompanying you at this very moment. Understand that the door of the soul opens inward. This is the reason why we do not achieve our manifestation. Apparently, We ignore the fact that we are closing the door even more firmly against our own well-being. The gaze must always be inward in order to have the understanding and connection with the divine. Don't fight or wear yourself out using unnecessary strength to solve something that you don't know how and that God will solve if you have faith that He will. In the Bible, it is written that God is within us, in our hearts. You must understand that whatever you feel is what will end up happening. Your inner state is what resolves or aggravates any situation. That is why it is so important to use the I am in a harmonious and positive way. Trying to solve any aspect through human effort and leaving God out is not the solution to your problem. Human nature tends to react impulsively when frightened or frustrated. Prayer involves refusing to be carried away by panic or by the current of events. In prayer, we must turn away from external pressure, stop and perceive the connection with God. The most common mistake is to think of God as a great man, wise and very just. Then people who believe this ask themselves, why does God allow conflicts, floods and riots to happen? Why does He allow so many people to suffer so tragically? God will never come between what you feel and think and what happens. Hence the existence of free will. God is the energy that contemplates the universe and all possibilities and shows itself through every person. Therefore, you have the power to create your own problems when you do not use your mind correctly, enlarging fear, hatred, greed, and all kinds of errors. These errors manifest through disease, conflict, poverty, and so on. The only way to avoid these things is to change the collective mind, freeing ourselves from negative thoughts. Then, these thoughts will vanish from the mind and can no longer manifest eternally. In other words, disharmony, conflicts, crime, and disease would disappear. Those who pray every day for world peace are, in a way, causing this. You will see that this is the only way it can be accomplished. If an external God could manipulate events according to people's desires and reflections, we would be mere puppets. Life would not be the great adventure that it is, and we would not be masters of our destiny. The mistake is to think of God as something separate from man. We only have a moment, a limited time here. We want to see everything resolved and in order instantly. And if that doesn't happen, we say there is no justice in the universe, no law and order, and we wonder why God doesn't intervene. What a man sows, that he will reap. This phrase is written in the Bible. Nature always takes its time, and to understand it, you must also have a long-term vision. Lack of faith is believing that things will not happen because you are not seeing them at that very moment. Patience and trust are the basis of faith. The one who has real power is the one who believes that things will eventually happen. Then you will be able to change things. Don't complain or lament, change the condition. Unless you have confidence in yourself, you will be defeated before you start. When you show confidence in yourself, you are also having confidence in divinity. The most important of all things is to possess serenity in its totality. And there is nothing in the world that is equal to it. Nothing but life can offer something as important as tranquility. It is the greatest of all God's gifts. Pray for it, and the rest will take care of itself. My peace I leave with you, my peace I give you, Jesus said, implying that this was the greatest asset He had to offer us. And truly, peace of spirit is the only thing that really matters. The true purpose of life is to have the purpose of learning. While you are learning, you do not expect to do a perfect job. When you do a perfect job, you become a teacher, not a student. In this journey of life, we are all students, and what matters is that each year we keep moving towards higher and better learning, demonstrating that we are one step closer to mastery. People sometimes get depressed because their lives do not show a logical, simple, and harmonious development. Their stories seem to be full of inconsistencies, repetitions, dead ends, and gaps. Musicians, when they begin to prepare a piece or song, must first study and rehearse the notes repeatedly. They must memorize them and become familiar with each one. It may seem that by failing or not memorizing the entire song correctly, they are failing. On the contrary, they are moving towards their goal and performing the correct process. After a while, they will be able to play that piece or song sublimely and make beautiful melodies. It is exactly the same with life. It may seem like you are failing, but you are not. You are practicing to reach mastery. Can you imagine the musician who stops playing the instrument because every time he faces a new song he misses a few notes? Never throw in the towel, because every time you try, you are one step closer to achieving your goals. To have faith that you will get everything you want and desire, I will give you a good advice. Make a pact with God as if He were your good friend. You make God live in you and be that inseparable friend in all areas of your life. You will be amazed at the quick and impressive results you will get. It will be worth it if you are prepared to do it. The results will be wonderful. You will be thrilled to have the best friend you could ever have. You will have a permanent feeling that everything can be resolved and that your future is solved. This is what is called being enlightened, or having the infinite wisdom, the infinite power emanating within you. This is the I Am. Remember, focus on constant growth and learning, knowing that each mistake brings you closer to the mastery you crave. Remember that life is an adventure full of discoveries and opportunities to grow. Embrace every challenge as a doorway to your personal evolution. Don't be discouraged by inconsistencies or apparent gaps in your path. Every step you take brings you closer to the harmony and progress you seek. Realize that true success lies not in immediate perfectionism, but in the constant commitment to improve and overcome your own limitations. Don't resist mistakes or take them personally. Use them as opportunities to learn, grow, and move toward your grand destiny. Remember that inner peace is one of the greatest treasures you can possess. Seek tranquility in your being, and you will see how everything aligns in your favor. Don't underestimate the power of partnering with the infinite wisdom that resides within you. Make God your friend and experience amazing results in all areas of your life. Don't be afraid to invest your whole life in achieving your dreams and higher goals. The sacrifice will be worth it when you see the fruits of the success you have cultivated. Don't settle for a mediocre and predictable life. Embrace uncertainty and adventure, for only then will you discover your true potential and purpose. Remember that to be afraid is to have more faith in evil than in God. Remember that every challenge you face is an opportunity to prove your courage and determination. Don't give up, trust in yourself, and you will achieve what seemed impossible. Leave a comment saying I am one with divinity and feel all good things come into your life. Now go to the next video to continue learning how to manifest the life you want, but not before giving a like. Hit the bell and subscribe to the channel, because I promise you that your life will change in an incredible way. I wish you the best in your life and see you in the next video.